Pressure halt the violence in Darfur, the region of Sudan where more than 200,000 people have been killed and 2 million forced to flee. Organizers of rallies around the world this weekend are calling for the United Nations to intervene. And on Thursday, in a rare moment, activist actor George Clooney addressed the United Nations Security Council, pleading with them to stop the killing. Clooney and his father Nick traveled to Sudan earlier this year, and they sat down with me following the Security Council meeting. Can you, as a well-known figure worldwide, really do anything? Can you really make a difference?
Well, here's the difference. And no, I can't make a difference because I'm not a policymaker and I've been elected to no office and I'm not a politician. What I can do is, Kofi Annan got up and gave a great speech and nobody saw it. And if I stand next to him and the cameras follow, so if that's what I can do to help that along, I'll do it as often as possible.
Nick, are we reaching crunch time here with the situation in Darfur?
We're on the clock. We're down to the 30th of September. That's when the AU goes. That's when the African Union gets out of there, or at least are scheduled to do so far. And if that happens, they are twisting in the wind on a gossamer thread. And Jan Egeland has said they'll lose 100,000 people a month if the non-governmental organizations get out of there because of lack of security, which of course they would do.
Has President Bush done enough on this, George?
Here's what I feel like with President Bush. He has certainly taken the lead on this, and he is much more so than most of the members of the Security Council done that. There's a lot more you can do. You can start by naming an envoy, a big one, and go get Colin Powell or, I don't know, Al Gore, whoever it is, that can go in there and have some real heft to sit down with Bashir and have the conversation.
How was your first experience at the Security Council?
Really fun. I say do it every day.
Is it frustrating when you sit down in that room and it kind of keeps going around and around in circles?
It is, because we've stood on the border of Darfur, and we've stood in Orikosoni and Abeche and in South Sudan in towns like Jacques, and seen people laying there dead, and seen absolutely no reason at all for it to happen. And then to have a bunch of people sitting in a room saying, we understand it's bad, we'll get back to you. And you go, no, getting back to us isn't an option.
George, you've said before, you said when you came back that you were kind of late coming to this particular issue, but when you reflect back on the trip that you made to Sudan and to Chad to see the refugee camps, how were you struck by what you saw?
I think everybody gets the idea of us saying it's the most horrific thing that a human being could do to another human being for absolutely no reason at all. Having said that, if you see it yourself, it takes your breath away, that kind of cruelty. I've never seen anything like it.
What were you struck most by, Nick?
They're the loneliest people I ever saw, John. They're all alone. They got no government, got no money, got no property, got no cattle, got no goats, got no donkeys, got no children in some cases. They're the loneliest folks. They're all by themselves. All they got's us.
Not particularly speaking to this issue, but why do you take up causes? Angelina Jolie told us in a recent interview, she said that I get paid a silly amount of money for what I do. I'd like to give something back. What is it for you?
I like getting paid a lot of money as well. No, you do it because you're part of the human race, and because, if you had the opportunity, I think anyone who has the opportunity would do it. So I'm in the position to do it, and I think I would be, I would be a real failure as a human being if I don't. I'm terrified of not actually contributing when I'm in the position to contribute.
And you contribute not only through charities, but also in some of the work that you've done, pieces like Syriana, Good Night, and Good Luck. What gives you more satisfaction, doing a film like that or doing the Ocean's films, other films like that?
The Ocean films pay me. I got paid $1 for the other films, so the Ocean's films pay very nicely, and then those make you feel good, so you'd sort of, although I like doing the Ocean's films a lot too. But what makes you feel good is that all of them put me in the position that I can somehow, for some reason, get in front of the National Security Council and ask them to do whatever they can to help people.
Good luck with your work, gentlemen. Good to talk with you.
Thank you, John. I really appreciate it.